So let's go back here. Okay, so we were talking about MicroK8s. So today what I want to do is install MicroK8s, which is a new tool from Canonical for running a local version of Kubernetes. I'm kind of excited about it because, as I was saying before, before my Wi-Fi dropped out, I had some problems with Minikube. Minikube's quite nice. I find the virtualization layer with Minikube tends to give people a lot of problems. And as someone who builds an open source project that runs on top of Kubernetes, anything that I can give to my users essentially as a platform to just test and run Agones and that platform is easier, is a good thing as far as I'm concerned. So that's awesome. Also, I'm kind of a fan of snaps. So we were talking about this before I dropped out, but snaps are kind of neat in that if you've ever used any sort of package manager for, say, a Linux system, you may be familiar with, say, apt, stuff like that, or Yum for Red Hat, that kind of stuff. So apt works for Debian and Ubuntu. Yum works for CentOS, Red Hat, and I'm probably missing a bunch of things in there. But what this means is that those are proprietary to those Linux systems. First of all, snaps will work across all of them. You'll see, like here, there's a whole bunch of different types of ones that are available. But also, you'll notice that it's all of them, right? It's pretty much, you can run snaps on all of them. The other thing that's lovely about them is they're fairly self-contained as well, and they're super easy to install, which is really good. So we're going to look at that. I actually, let's make that bigger. I had to reboot to make sure everything worked, so let's make that bigger. We'll jump into Agones, so we'll do that too. All right, cool. So I actually have Snap installed already. It's just an apt-get in Snap. I'm hoping that with this project, they're going to do cross-platform stuff. That would be sweet. That would make me super happy. But we'll see how we go. So I'm kind of curious. So I actually have Slack installed with Snap. That's an easy way of doing it. And they're really nice and self-contained. So let's have a look. Where are we? So here we go. MicroK8s. Boom, 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 boom. All right, Kubernetes is a snap that can run locally. Excellent. So here is the install guide. So that seems pretty good. All right, so I'm just gonna have a quick look through here. And so we snap install MicroK8s. All right, so let me just do that, and then we can read through this stuff as we're working. We'll see what happens. I'm actually in the Agones branch, but you know what? It shouldn't matter where I'm running this. So let's, nope, need to run it with sudo. Okay, cool. Sudo, I can do that. All right, so it's downloading from channel beta. And that seems to be doing stuff, so that's good. So let's let that run in the background. That's fine. Let's just have a look. Okay, so once this installs, it installs its own kubectl. So that's neat. By the way, if anyone calls it anything other than kubectl or kubecontrol, I believe you are wrong, just so you know. If anyone wants to argue with me, I will start calling this kubectl, and everyone loses. Okay, so we can alias this if we want. I'm not so worried about that. We can add some dashboards and DNS. Cool. We can disable those. We can disable MicroK8s. Okay, so we can turn it off. All right, sweet. And we don't want to build from source. So the interesting question is actually for me is going to be what admission controllers are going to be there. And it's also running Kubernetes 1.10, which honestly I haven't actually tested Agones on. In theory, it should work just fine, but we'll see how we go. Okay. Oh wow, that was super fast. All right, so I'm actually going to run source. And so what's the command I've got? So it's MicroK8s. Well, yep, there you go, MicroK8s, kubectl. All right, so I don't have any completion. So why don't I'm going to say source completion. Yeah, CSH. I'm pretty sure this is right. Nope. There's a way of getting this to work. Kubectl help completion. Is that it? Yeah, there we go. Source MicroK8s. Kubectl completion. Let's do that. That's just a nice thing. So okay. So now MicroK8s. Oh my god, this is gonna I'm gonna hate this. Get nodes. There are no nodes. That's interesting. How can there be no nodes? Afraid Duchess. My favorite is hearing people casually call it cube cuddle on the podcast and imagining you wincing. Yeah, I do. I wince. I wince. All right, there's no... How are there no nodes? There's... Interesting. All right, so if I assume if I just do get pods, then that doesn't... All right, and the code completion doesn't work. I'm willing to bet the code completion doesn't work because it's not alias to kubectl, but... Okay, so that's interesting. Right, there's no nodes. How can there be no nodes? Okay, all right. That's weird, but fine. So what I'm curious about while we're here, I want to see if there's anything in the config for here. So it's not actually installing kubectl contexts inside here. I don't see it anywhere. That's minikube. If I go MicroK8s, kubectl, config, what is it? Config, where are we? Config, there we go. Config get clusters, or get clusters. Oops. MicroK8s, kubectl. Okay, so there's just one cluster. Okay, interesting. But why would there be no nodes? I wonder where that's stored. Anyway, that's probably for another day. I was kind of curious to see where they're storing their credentials, but now I'm really curious. All right, so say apparently there's no nodes. This seems weird, but okay. But let's see if let's actually say get nodes, just for argument's sake, all namespaces. No. Are there any services? Okay, so the default Kubernetes service. All right, that's good. That should be there. What about get namespaces? All right, so the usual default namespaces are there. Okay, so it seems like it's doing something. What I was gonna do was, how do I want to do this? Where does it install its configuration? I kind of want to use my shell, but I'm not gonna do that. So, okay, so MicroK8s installs a bare bones upstream Kubernetes means API server, controller manager, schedule, kubelet, continuous oppression. Okay, kubedns. All right, so how do I know what? The big question I have here is actually whether the admission controllers are here. But you know what? Let's just let's check out this release, because why not? So I don't have Helm installed, so I can't use the Helm install thing. So the interesting question is whether or not my base include will work. But we'll give this a shot. Let's see what happens. Well, I'll tell you what. Actually, let's start small. Let's start small. I know on here. Where are we? There's some kind of quick start or something. I saw it before. Let's have a look. Yeah, here we go. Let's have a look. I want some sort of like hello world container just to see that this works. Hello world container. What's a good or maybe Nginx or something. Yeah, something like that. Simple page can host and import. That seems pretty reasonable. Let's use that. What port does it run on? Let's have a look. Does not say. What happens if we just use? I think I've seen it with just Nginx. No, I just want straight up Nginx. No, that's not there. Engine. More than anything else, I actually just want to know that something runs, and that it doesn't just fall over entirely, and then I can get on from there. Okay. Okay, everything is port 8080. Okay, so port. Okay. This port, everything runs on port 80. Okay. All right, let's just MicroK8s run. Now I haven't done this in a while. Let's have a look. If I want to do a run, oh, perfect. Like that's exactly actually. I just want to see this. I just want to know that it runs. And then micro. Cool. Let's do that. All right. So deployment has been created. Micro. I miss so much of my get pods. Cool. That's pending. I'm guessing that's downloading. So does it have a node now? There's still no nodes. Okay. I wonder. I have a strange feeling that. Ooh. I have a strange feeling that maybe Agones is not going to work because of this. Because it does expect that a node exists. So we'll see what happens. Let's just see what pods are going on. That's pending. Why is that pending? All right, let's have let's describe it. See what it's doing. All right, failed scheduling. No nodes available to schedule. Okay, so like I'm not crazy. All right, that's fun. All right, so yeah, so you can see here just to highlight that for you, you can see that it failed scheduling because there are no nodes available. So did I miss a step? All right, so here, blah, 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 blah. When following instructions on line, make sure it keeps you. Do I need to like turn this thing on, maybe? Once it's installed? Let's have a look. Cannot enable snap, already enabled. Okay. Interesting. All right, let's have a look if somebody's actually space Docker agent local builds cluster state. Okay, that would be lovely too. Pods do not get killed. Okay, this no, that's nothing. Can't schedule. No, it's disk pressure. Nope. Interesting. Okay, maybe I missed a step. All right, let's have a look. I'm having a look at. Here we go. So what did they do? Installed it. Get an O. Yeah, see, I don't. Okay, interesting. Hold on. Let's pause this. Let's try the same commands that they're running. Let's see. I have nothing. That does not exist. Yeah, there's nothing there. They say it's installed. If I go all the way to the top just to be like, did this work? Okay, it's plastic, SS night, MicroK8s mechanical installed. Nope, this thing just does not work. Oh, now I'm sad. I thought this was going to be much better. Now I'm sad. It depends on new installs when you're already running Docker daemon. If you do simply Oh, somebody's saying that this happens on new installs when you already have an already running Docker daemon. If you do simply sudo q stop docker or the name of the Docker daemon and reinstall the snap. Oh, cool. Freight Duchess, where did you find that? Have you got a link? I would like to just bring that up on screen just so that I can see it. Let's see if I can find it. Thank you. That is why we have the okay. Local contributor MicroK8s. Oh, sweet. Okay. CNF from the snap package. How do I get started? Okay, beautiful. Installing. All right, so this is okay. Cool. Docker. Can't list any nodes. Okay. On new installs, we have already Docker daemon. If you do split the name of Docker and reinstall the snap. Okay, let's try that. All right, so snap, what is it? Snap remove? What's the snap command? Snap disable. No, I don't want to disable it. I want to remove it. There we go. Snap help remove. I actually want to delete the whole thing. There we go. All right, we'll do that. Snap remove MicroK8s. I always do that. All right, so blown up. All right, let's see if, all right, so sudo stop service docker stop. All right, we'll try this. Let's see how we go. Okay, cool. Snap list. Beautiful. All right, let's try it one more time. Snap install. That's the one. All right. This is fun. I mean, MicroK8s is like what, 3 weeks old, something like that. So you know, you gotta give it something. You gotta try it, right? All right. So All right, cool. That's installed. Now I wonder if I need to start my Docker daemon. Sudo service docker status. Currently inactive. Okay. I'm going to assume that MicroK8s get no resources found. All right, but let's say we start the Docker daemon. Still no resources found. Nope. Nope. This does not work for me. If you do simply stop the Docker or the name of the, Nothing. Ah, that's sad. I think this might be not working. I think for whatever reason, like I did the thing. I don't even know if I have systemctl, do I? Let's try that. Yeah, okay, so I do. Let's try it one more time. I'll do it exactly the way they say to do it. Docker PS should now fail, which it does. I will remove. There isn't a snap reinstall, is there? No. All right, so let's remove MicroK8s one more time. And Docker is still not working. Cool. Gonna follow this person's stuff. And sudo snap install beta classic. I actually wonder. Where are we? Sorry. All right, there's nothing there. Local snap. I'm trying to remember where snap stuff is stored. I'm wondering if I need to clear out. Where is snap config stored? Wondering if I need to clear out some snap config. Var snap. No, there's nothing there. So it looks like everything has gone. I'm just thinking there's no snap. There's config snap. Yeah, no. Okay. I'm just wondering if there's something stored. All right. Well, then let's snap list. All right. Let's install it one more time. We'll see what happens. All right. Couldn't connect to Docker daemon. Downloading all over again. And okay. All right. Where are we? MicroK8s. Get number. Ooh. That's different. That's different. Okay, that's different. Oh, now he just has no resources found. If I turn back on Docker, is there like a snap restart? Or what happens if we sudo? Let's try this. Let's try this. Let's try disabling it and re-enabling it. Snap. Where are we? There's a disable, right? Disable. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Let's try like essentially. All right, try that, and then let's enable it again. Maybe if we restart it. How many times am I going to do that? All right. Nothing. Nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Doesn't work. That's a shame. I thought this was going to be really nice. Let's have a look-see. There's no pods at all? Well, there can't be, I suppose. So there's only one thing that I thought of that may do this, which is I noticed in all the examples, they do this. So I'm going to do this and see if that makes any difference. Just because it might be a happy path that lets people through. And maybe there's like some magic trick in here that's gonna make this thing work. I'm actually not sure. All right, let's see what. Are there any pods running? Oops. Okay, they're all pending, and I'm guessing they're all pending because they don't have a node. Oh wow. Oops, sorry. Get nodes. Nothing. There's no node. Ah. I don't want to know what to do. All right. Let's just do MicroK8s. No nodes. Yeah, I'm wondering if somebody else is got this problem or it's just me and I don't know what to do. All right. Short of basically filing a bug at this point. I was so excited for this, and that was a bit of a letdown. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? Let's see if there's anything else that we can think of. They've done all that stuff. Let's see if there's anything in here. Yeah, no, there's nothing special here. Is there? Here's an interesting question. Oh, here's an interesting. Let's see if we can find some logs. Var. So we're in var snap. MicroK8s. Here we go. Tree. There we go. Let's see what we've got here. So there's the cube stuff. That doesn't seem to. I basically just want to see if we've got some snap. See MicroK8s. This looks like it's basically the same. No, we've got a bunch of stuff in here. Okay, what's going on in here? It's a bunch of install stuff. Oh wow, there's lots of stuff in here. Okay, this is fun. Whee! Oh my god. Okay, let's maybe dig through this a little better. Okay, so that's, I'm guessing, the version number. Okay. Are there any log files? All right, so where does Snap store logs? Logs for snapd, maybe debugging. Yeah, anything like this. Like, let's have a look here. Shooting sandbox, blah blah blah. Install. That doesn't seem to be helping me. Stop working comments, breaking step info. Find some logs. Find some. It's pretty strange. Glad you're merging finds logs with journal ctl minus use snapd. What does that do? Alright, that didn't really tell me much. Okay, not really that interesting. Varlog journal. If you want logs recently, no, that's not what I want. Syslog. Alright. Oh, actually, let's just... Oh, here we go. It's got a bunch of crap in it. I don't know if that's anything useful. Not really, no. I think we might have to call this a day. I'm not sure. What else could it be? Working snapshot data. And then our snap, blah, blah. Yeah, there's no... Well, I'll tell you what, MicroK8s, disable, enable, kubectl. No, that doesn't help me. That doesn't help me. There's nothing to log because there's no nodes. Didn't magically turn on nodes. Okay, this doesn't look like it's worked very well. This looks like it's been a bit of a bust. Well, isn't that sad? I'm trying to think if there's any other clever things we could do. I'm guessing none of the pods have come up because nobody can because there's no node. So if there is no node, there's nothing to put anything on. Blah. Yeah, this did not go according to plan, but that's okay. That happens sometimes. Is there anything else in here that I can find that will tell me something? No, I don't think there is, unless anyone else has any other clever ideas. I think MicroK8s is a bit of a bust right now, or at least for me. Maybe it works for you. Still give it a shot. Yeah, I think, what are we doing? I think I'm filing a bug. Let's do that. No node. When, no node started when, well, actually, what I'll do is I will actually file this bug. But what I'll do is I'll link back to this video so people can see it. But where are we? Docker version. Let's grab all that. Let's just do good bug. Docker version. Splat. Less Debian. Stretch. Yeah. That's just, yeah. And running, where are we? Also, when running, what is it? Get-no, which I didn't know was the thing. Actually, I had no idea get-no was a thing. I tried as per, there we go. Let's grab this. So we just do good as per this article. I stopped Docker and reinstalled the snap and started it again, but that did not solve the issue. There we go. We'll just go 1, 2, 3. You can see the video of my attempt here. I'll say on YouTube. Sweet, and I'll put that link in a minute. Once I will edit this and then get it up. Yeah, I guess. Meh. Sad. Afraid Duchess. I'm actually pretty stoked to see what happens when things don't go according to plan. Yeah. But it's always fun trying new stuff, so that's always good. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I can add to this. Installed MicroK8s, and unfortunately there was no node inside the cluster, and therefore no pods could be started. Yeah, all pods failed with the message. Let's grab that. Pods, spaces I can grab a, doesn't actually matter which one. Let's grab that one. MicroK8s kubectl describe pod splat namespace equals kubesystem. Oops, there should be a hyphen there. Cool, there we go. That's what I want. Oops. Right. Cool. Yeah, that's a bust. That's a bust. That's a shame. Let's actually say this. Don't suspend this tab so that I have this doesn't. Yeah, sad. Okay, I think unless anyone can think of anything else particularly awesome, I think today is a day where things break. Apparently, my Wi-Fi drops out and MicroK8s doesn't start. We'll give this a shot, and maybe if they, hopefully, cross fingers, they fix whatever it is, or point me in the right direction towards a workaround. We can try it again on our next stream and see if we can get this thing up and running. I have really high hopes for this project. I am really excited about it. I hope it works out. It is super new, so like let's keep that in mind, and we'll see how it goes from there. Someone just asked a question real quick, and I'll jump into it. What makes hosting game servers on K8s different than hosting just normal pods or deployments on K8s? Yeah, that's a good question. Basically, that... Yeah. Yes, you did. You did just join at the end of the stream. The short answer is that game servers hold state. All right, once you have players connected to them, they have in-memory state, and so you can't just delete them otherwise. If you go hop on compoundtheory.com, which is my website, or just click into the links to my Twitter account, I have a series of articles exactly talking about all the different strategies for actually just doing it with pods, and we wrap it all up in a nice project with the Agones as well. But that's all right. You did join just at the end of the stream, but I did want to answer your question. Normally I run for a whole hour, but I kind of am just running out of things to talk about when this thing didn't work. But I'm more than happy to just answer questions if people have them, which is totally fine as well. Yeah, if you're actually interested and you want to get into the pod side of things and like trying to do this yourself, before I founded, I guess it's probably a good term. I founded the the Agones project. I wrote a series of articles that you may or may not have seen, all about scaling dedicated game servers with Kubernetes, and I go through basically all the aspects of it in terms of containerizing deploying, doing some limit setting, scaling up and scaling down, and the issues and some of the issues around that. So definitely, yeah, check those out. If you're like, why is this a thing? The other thing that's also possibly worth reading as well, if we pop over here to Agones site itself, there's a whole section here called "Why Does This Project Exist?" So you can read the blog post that actually talks about why this thing is here and why this is sort of a fun thing to talk about. But yeah, it's fun and interesting. The thing that I find kind of fascinating about this is that dedicated game servers kind of transition from stateless to stateful, which I think is sort of super interesting, and there's some stuff in there. So if you fire up a game server, for example, but no one's connected to it, nobody cares, right? You could delete that any day and replace it, and no one is going to care because no one's playing on it. As soon as players connect to that game server, that has state, right? That has game state in it. You have a full simulation inside there. You can't just delete that. It becomes stateful at that point in time. And so you have to track that transition. And then you also need to make sure that once you've tracked that transition, if you're doing any other kinds of changes within that system, so say, for example, you do any updates or you're scaling up or scaling down, anything along those sort of lines, you need to make sure that game server doesn't ever get deleted. Basically, anything else inside Kubernetes, say a pod or a deployment, it assumes stateless. Well, pod doesn't, but deployment definitely does. It assumes a stateless system, so you can arbitrarily just delete containers and just go nuts. That kind of makes game players mad when you just kick them off games. Stateful sets are kind of cool as well, but they seem to be more for very long running things rather than these things which run shorter, and you don't really have the control where you're like, I need this one to be deleted, like this game is over, so like get rid of that one. Stuff like that. So having a specific strategy and integration specifically for game servers means we can do very, very tailored things for particular game server life cycles. So yeah, it's a fun and tricky problem, which is why I'm enjoying doing it. So yeah, that's it. It's never just that simple on its surface. And then we can do like all our SDK integration and all that kind of stuff as well. All right. Yeah, unless anyone else has any other questions, I think I'm going to end this here. As much as I love hanging out with you all. It's mostly about the instance game server kind of thing. Yeah, it's about a dedicated game server scaling. That's exactly what we're talking about. I mean, this could be MMOs, it could be FPSs. We're kind of like looking more at session based right now, but there's nothing to say that we couldn't use this for MMO type stuff. But it really is, yeah. As soon as you've got in memory state inside a dedicated game server with a simulation in it, yep, fun things need to happen. All right, well, yeah, I think I'll leave things here. Thanks for coming up and hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I would feel like open world clusters would be different. Actually, no, open world clusters would be exactly the same. I was trying to wrap up there, but you ask interesting questions. What is it? Lumi 1337. So open world clusters still have exactly the same problem. Really, what you have is you just have dedicated game servers that people move from one place to another in. And so whenever you have players connected to those particular game servers, you still can't shut them down. They have in-memory state, right? It's exactly the same problem. It just becomes a question of how you split that up, right? So if you have a session-based game, you might have 12 players that play on a game, like they play like Unreal Tournament or something, whatever, or Overwatch. They all join, the game ends, everything goes away. But then when you have persistent worlds, you still need to have all these people joining stuff and then go away. You can use distributed databases when things go down. That is true. So yeah, if you start persisting stuff, but if you've got very fast gameplay and you have people who are connected to game servers, you can't delete those. Like you still need to have that central point of communication going through stuff. Yes, you can persist stuff, but like as people pick up loot and like one player maybe kills another player and there's some XP or something like that, like you definitely should be putting that into some kind of database. That's definitely really important. But there's that simulation data, right? Like one player moves forward 3 steps. You're not going to store that in a database. There's no way it's going to be fast enough. So you can't just arbitrarily kill this. Like you really can't. I mean, you may be able to do it occasionally and just be like, hey, there's a maintenance coming at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday, and that's fine. But as soon as you have intricate player interactions and that kind of stuff, anytime, even open world, unless there's no other player, and then you can like in the area, or maybe you can intelligently transfer someone from one server to another, which you could do, like that's fine. But there's all sorts of hard problems there too. Then I think it would be tricky tricky to get that kind of latency. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you don't do it that way. Maybe you have some other fancy magic stuff. Or maybe your latency requirements means that you don't need to be that fast, which is totally cool too, and that solves some problems there as well, which would be neat. Yeah, and it depends. It depends on your latency requirements, depending on how intricate your interactions are with your players, and maybe there's some cute stuff you can do there. Maybe you do some really nice big mesh networks that do fun stuff. Latency of half a second was fine for us. Oh my god, that's lovely. I would love to have latency of half a second. Yeah, see, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, see, if latency of half a second is fine for you. Yeah, FPS games have much lower requirements. Exactly. Yeah, latency of half a second. Wow, that's a luxury. That's lovely. No, that makes a lot of sense, Lumiere. So yeah, this is a good chat though. This is a real good chat. All right, I am going to run now. I am actually going to run. It has been a delight and a pleasure hanging out with you, and I hope you at least enjoyed me, watch me flumble around and see if I can get this thing to work, which apparently today it wasn't going to. But hopefully we'll file some bugs and make this thing work, and that would be great. Thank you all for hanging out with me, though. I really appreciate it.